Hello, everyone, and welcome. First, I would like to ask you all to please like and share and comment. Thank you so much. Jesus wants me to share an important message with you. This is the year of 2026, the year of the coming of Christ. He wants us to go within ourselves and awaken to truth. Everything we need is within us. It is time to walk the same path as he once did. This is what the coming of Christ means. You can receive messages from Jesus when you clear an open space to hear him. Not in the normal sense of hearing, but telepathically. We all have this ability. Most of us have blockages, though, that can make it more difficult to hear. All of the information I've shared in my previous videos can help you to heal and clear this negativity and the blockages. Spiritual professionals are also here to help make this process easier. I'd like to share a personal experience of my own that I had. I went to the soul architect Jasenia and had my third eye cleared. It was amazing. For most of my life, I had suffered terribly with sinus symptoms. Fullness, my head was full all the time, swollen eyes, headaches, grogginess. I used to call this having cement head because that's exactly how it felt. It was awful. I would have an average of 3 to 5 sinus infections every year. I was actually at my appointment to receive my gift report from her, and I happened to mention this in a conversation. She then cleared it within seconds, and I woke up the next morning with a clear head for the first time in years. I was ecstatic. This was nothing short of a miracle to me, as I had been suffering for so long. I honestly could not remember a time when I had felt that clear. Since then, I have never had another sinus infection again. It has been years. I was then able to move forward and my third eye activated. I don't know if I ever would have been able to do this without her help, as I didn't even know clearing was a possibility or that blockages could cause such long-term physical suffering. This is why Spirit has placed many gifted professionals here to help us to heal. Jasenia was able to help me in such a profound way within minutes of my session with her, which enabled me to move forward and to be healthy and whole, whereas it may have taken me much longer time to get to this point. I will forever be grateful for her. So back to the main topic. Jesus was the first person to awaken, and he went through all that we are now going through to reach alignment. Just as we are, he was a divine being incarnated here in a human body. He has since reincarnated hundreds of times and has moved on to become an ascended master. He wants me to tell you this, that we are all divine. We must accept this and know it as truth. We must go within, learn, grow, and release all that does not serve us, to open up space to heal and raise our vibrational frequency. We are to live in Christ consciousness. If you go within and call for Him, He will be there. We are all always connected, all one in Christ consciousness. Before I end this, I want to share a beautiful personal experience I had with Jesus. One of the most beautiful experiences I had since awakening. I went into a deep meditational state. I was meditating with intention. I had asked my higher self to lead me to whatever knowledge I needed to learn to move forward with my mission at this time. I was first met by an indigenous young woman in a forest. She took my hand and led me to a canoe on a lake. We paddled very peacefully for a while until we reached a beautiful waterfall. There was no conversation, just peaceful understanding. We got out and waded through the water to stand under the waterfall. After a while, we came back out and into the warm sunshine and got back inside the canoe. She paddled down the stream until the water opened up into a large, smooth lake. And then 6 crows flew overhead and flew down and lifted me up. And I waved goodbye to her as they carried me to shore. They placed me gently on a warm, sandy beach. The sun was high in the sky, and I started to walk. I saw a natural rock jetty out over the water, and I walked for a little bit near to the jetty, and I looked up and saw some huge billowy clouds in the sky with rays peeking out all around them. Suddenly, the clouds opened up, and I could see a figure walking down a faint staircase that came towards the beach. I had a knowing that it was Jesus. He stepped onto the sand and walked right up to me. He appeared as we know of him in the white robes, and he smiled at me after putting his hand on my cheek and said, "I am with you. Remember, I will always be with you." His eyes and his whole demeanor was pure love and warmth. He paused there for a minute before turning and then walking back up the steps. The clouds dissipated and I was alone once more, but with this amazing, unbelievable feeling of love in my heart and in my entire being. The crows came back and scooped me up once again and took me back to the edge of the forest where my meditation began. I came out of my meditation with a deep sense of awe and total peace. Thank you so much for listening, and love and light to you all.